show I wasn't sure needed to come back for a second season. End of the fucking world. Season 1 premiered on Netflix last year. 8 episodes, 25-minute episodes, quick watch, really surprising show that I think we both really liked. And I think when we did our wrap up last year, we said, you know, this is the sort of show where I'm okay with the ambiguous ending. I'm okay with it being just open ended and letting us kind of interpret the way we want to. Felt like the story had been wrapped up, and it was based off of a novel, or a comic series, I should say, mini comic series. Season 2, Dave, did we need this?
Absolutely not.
Are you glad we got it?
No.
Oh, no.
This didn't do anything to justify its existence. That's a bit of a cliched thing people throw around, but like when you have a perfect ending to a surprise miniseries, you don't need to give it a sequel. And in this case, with season 2, the Unfucking World season 2 retreads basically all the same ground we went through with season 1. And I don't feel like we're in any different of a spot beyond things have been clarified for us. Things that didn't really need to be clarified for the sake of storytelling. So yeah, I was happy it was only 3 hours long. Shout out to English. You make short shows. We like that. But really, I'm just happy about that, because if it was longer, I would be more annoyed. Because I don't think they would have, like, if this is a story that's being told, I don't think more runtime would have added anything. So I'm just happy I got it over with, to put it that way. Yeah, I found it much more dull this time around, despite the fact that I like the performances. I like these actors. I like Naomi Ackie as an actor in the show. I didn't like her character that much, but thought she was good. Looking forward to her in Star Wars Episode 9. Absolutely. But yeah, I see some people saying like it's a really good exploration of like grief and post-traumatic stress and moving on from things. But I thought it was way more compelling in the first season, where, you know, one of them is pondering existence as a psychopath and the other is completely unable to emote anything. And then having them just like flip roles this time around, just to not really figure anything out by the end. I was pretty let down, but I also didn't have high expectations going in. So it's all good.
Yeah, it's interesting, because I agree. I don't think we needed the season. I'm not super pumped we got it. I also agree on Naomi Ackie. Can't wait to see her in Rise of Skywalker. But I thought the moments that stood out the most to me were the ones where they kind of explored their relationship with each other. You know, when there were like really sweet moments, like in the motel room when James says that after he's been shot, he thinks he's like impotent, and really starts to break down and just like looking for comfort, and the way that Alyssa comforts her. I thought Alex Lothar in that moment, probably the strongest bit of acting from him in the season. I thought that moment was actually super compelling, and I kind of wanted to see more about them trying to build this relationship with each other, because I did find this a bit more dull. And Jessica Barden is, I think, a really great actor, and when she's on screen, you want to watch her. But I feel like what she was given was just a very like internal, pondering performance, when I think there's a bit of a missed opportunity to allow her to be a bit more emotive and explore, even though I know the character hasn't really been written that way. I don't know. It's interesting, because it's almost like the show felt long and short at the same time, where I felt like nothing happened in a lot of episodes, and I was like, how does it? And then we're at the end of the season, and I'm like, oh man, like what is really going on here? Right. And I actually thought the first episode where they were exploring Bonnie was super fascinating, and I'd kind of like to almost see them almost make this a anthology series where they explore maybe different people or different situations. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like a bit of a miss, unfortunately.
Yeah, I liked episode 1 because I thought that was an effective way to, you know, establish a backstory for a brand new character for the season. But I didn't really care about her plight, because it's all based on her affection for this piece of shit, you know, the rapist professor guy. And kind of just guessing that she'll figure it out once they tell her, and then she'll be really messed up because of how obsessed she got about something that she didn't know. Not unique. And then, I mean, the two stars, they don't do anything together until episode 3.
Yeah.
Right. So it almost felt condensed, yet long, because once they're together, not much happens. I like the wedding aspect of that. That was funny, good bit. But and I guess my favorite set piece, if you could call them that, is the junkyard escape when they take the car back for the impound lot, I should say. That was cool, but like, yeah, overall, I just think like thematically it was not nearly as compelling the second time around, and partially that's because it wasn't brand new, you know. But I think critical attention is increased because you did decide to bring the show back when you didn't necessarily need to. So that's what happens. We don't know if they're going to bring it back yet. Channel 4 and Netflix, it's a co-production, but honestly, I would not be shocked at this point. I guess you could keep bringing it back because you've already slightly undermined season 1. So fuck it, keep doing it, or do what you said and branch off more. I don't think they'll do that given the leads. I think the leads are pretty popular and compelling, so I'm not going to throw those away. But disappointed, to be blunt.
Yeah, although this is a show I could see having a really weak second season, and then season 3 comes back and they kind of find the story and the footing more. So I'm not totally out on this show. Especially because I think Lothar and Barden are future stars, and I don't see Naomi Ackie coming back if there is a third season, but maybe she'll be in it too. And the talent is there. I think they just need to maybe streamline the story a bit more, or find something a little bit more compelling. But anyways, End of the Fucking World. It's quick. It's still decent TV. So there's worse things to watch on Netflix for sure.